following program is a SUTV student production. The views expressed are not necessarily those of Salisbury University, the University System of Maryland, its regents, administration, officers, employees, or representatives.
On the broadcast tonight, finals week. As we approach fall exams, the school is taking steps to try to improve student success and help them deal with the stress that mounts during exam week. Tonight, we'll take a look at some of the things that are being done in an effort to help you through finals. Use it or lose it. Students have a little over a week left to use the dining dollars on their accounts. We'll tell you how you can make sure to get your money's worth. Moving in. As you look around campus, it would be difficult not to notice all of the recent construction as new businesses move into Siegel Square and areas close to campus. Tonight, we'll look at some of those new businesses and see what they have to offer students. This is SUTV Weekly News. Good evening. We begin tonight's broadcast with a look at what the university is doing in an effort to help students during finals week. Tonight, Sarah Gizriel gives us a look at some of the things that you can do to stay afloat during a week that can cause some students so much stress.
December. It's called the most wonderful time of the year, but whoever said that obviously didn't have a week of finals to prepare for. Finals week can be a particularly stressful time for students everywhere. But before you drown yourself in textbooks and Red Bull, consider these tips from the Center of Student Achievements Director, Heather Holm.
If you exercise and go to class and do all the things that you normally do, you should continue to do that during finals. Don't sleep your life away during finals and then get up at midnight and cram. Eat well, good balanced diet, exercise. 7 or 8 hours of sleep would be wonderful a night. Study for 50 minutes, take a 10-minute break, study again for another 50 minutes. So break up big tasks into smaller chunks.
Now that you've established a routine and know how to study, you'll need a place to make the magic happen. There is no better location than Blackwell Library with its brand new 24/5 policy.
We'll be open from Sunday morning until Friday evening, both the last week of the semester and the week of finals. That's not been the practice in the past to be open. The library closed at 2 o'clock. And so it is open. It is simply to give students a place to go and to study.
These extended hours will be sure to improve safety and morale for students during the most grueling weeks of the semester.
I think it would be a supportive atmosphere so you don't feel like you're alone in doing this.
SU experts have their own tips and ideas of what finals week's preparation is like, but some students on campus have their own beliefs of what finals week is all about.
I study and then I watch a lot of YouTube videos just to chill,
Working with groups helps me a lot, but I definitely get stressed. It's good to relax, eat some chocolate. That's what I do.
Definitely chew gum. I had a psychology professor tell me to do that, so can't hurt.
I usually just use my planner a lot and plan out what I'm going to do each day, but I like to do something fun, so I'm going to the Eagles game Sunday just to relax before the finals week starts.
For SUTV, I'm Sarah Gizriel reporting.
Thank you, Sarah. Students can check their email throughout finals week for various ways to help them study and reduce stress during exam week. And students should also be aware of the fact that dining dollars do not roll over to the next semester. Tonight, Sarah Wood tells us a bit more about how, even though the dining dollars here at SU are use them or lose them.
Dining dollars, a popular method of payment around SU, are use it or lose it before the end of the semester. We spoke with Bill Allen, retail sales manager for dining service areas on campus, about the number of students who have purchased meal plans this past semester in correlation with the popularity of dining dollars.
Approximately 4,200 meal plans sold, which is very good for a student population of 8,000. As far as the dining dollars that are involved, there was approximately $800,000 in dining dollars from the meal plans.
With the end of the semester winding down, students have a limited opportunity to use the rest of their dining dollars. Students have until December 13th because the dining dollars do not roll over into the next semester. The total amount of dining dollars that are unused for this semester is about $100,000 with $4 per account.
I feel like people probably forget they have them. They mostly just go to Commons because it's a lot easier and then try and spend them all at the end of the semester.
Well, they have those big like cases of drinks that you can buy. I know that, but people, I don't know, I think parents put too much money on the golf cart and then the kids are like, oh, you got to spend it.
I'm going to try my best to spend all of it because like it'd just be a waste, right? You know, I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm trying to get something different every time.
Everybody, and probably said, hey, come on, I'll pay for yours too because I got to get these dining dollars down. So yeah, about $55, about that time for a big order at one time.
This is Sarah Wood reporting from Coles Nest for SUTV News.
Thanks, Sarah. And again, the last day to use any remaining dining dollars is December the 13th. And as students prepare to leave for the semester break, many are concerned about the security of their belongings. Tonight, we spoke to Housing Director Dave Gutowski about some steps that you can take to ensure that your bike is waiting for you when you return.
I think people think if they get a nice thick cable lock, that's going to help them secure their bike to a rack. But people that steal bikes have large cable cutters, and they can quickly cut a piece of cable and remove a bike. What you do is you take your bike close to a railing or the bike rack, and you take, for the old-fashioned bike racks, you take the front wheel over and you put it over, you know, up above the crossbar, and then you lock the U-shaped lock to the tire, the frame, and the bike rack. And then you cannot steal that bike. We also encourage people, you know, anybody who has a bike here should register with University Police because they will, you know, etch in it's been registered. There's a code that's on the underside of your bike that they will register that. So if your bike ever gets stolen, they have it on record. And then with local police, they've found bikes in the area before that have been stolen. But it's bikes that are registered. So that's certainly one thing. We would like everybody to register their bike.
Stephen, University Police have also posted these tips for those who live off campus. They remind students to leave curtains and blinds in a normal position, ask a neighbor to watch your residence, stop all mail and paper deliveries, use timers to turn lights and radio or TV on and off, turn your phone ringer off or down, don't announce your absence on your answering machine, and try to leave at least one vehicle in the driveway while gone. And late news broke today of the passing of former South African President Nelson Mandela. The anti-apartheid leader died in his home in Johannesburg. Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison after being found guilty of sabotage and conspiracy to overthrow his government, was released in 1990 and went on to become South Africa's first democratically elected president. He held that office from 1994 to 1999. Mandela had been battling a number of illnesses over the past few years and is said to have died with his family by his side. Nelson Mandela was 95. When we return from this brief break, we'll take a look at the weather, what SOAP has going on for the end of the semester, and we'll look at how an upcoming film festival is making SU the place to be for those interested in filmmaking.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Now we'll take a look at the weather with Emily Lewis and Travis Bush.
Thanks, Eli. I have my helper here, Travis, with me, and we're going to give you a nice finals week forecast for you to finish out your semester. Travis?
All right, thanks, Emily. Currently in Salisbury, you see temperature at 64 degrees with winds ranging out of the south, ranging from 5 to 10 miles an hour. A little bit of showers we saw today at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon have moved off the coast, and it's making room for it, and the fog is going to be coming in tonight. making for a foggy morning to start out your last day of classes before finals. Now take a look at the current conditions across the country.
We have a big cold front that should be moving through sometime tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. With this will bring a lot of precipitation for your weekend. So for those of you that are studying, make sure you bring your jackets to the library with you. As you can see, there's a lot of precipitation down south as well. This precipitation is actually bringing a lot of cold weather, and there's been a lot of ice storms in Arkansas, and they're expected to see up to 1 inch of ice on the roads. So if any of you are traveling back home that way, please be careful. Taking a look at the cloud cover throughout the region, you can see that there's a high pressure system here in Montana which has much cooler temperatures. The clouds right here, they coincide with the cold front that's moving through our area. As you can see, not in this map, but there's a lot of cold air coming down from Canada and bringing it right up our way. So back to you, Travis.
Now to begin your finals week, just a small little tidbit of information. Temperatures, if you take the low temperatures in Montana this evening and the highs here in Salisbury today, there is about an 80 to 90 degree difference between the highs and lows for today. That's how cold the air is that's coming down from Canada. However, it won't get that cold here. Taking a look at the forecast to begin your finals week, the low pressure system is situated over Delmarva, which will be the reason we get rain this weekend. The cold front our next cold front is situated over Ohio, and it'll come through the area Tuesday. However, this front won't bring much precipitation with it. It should be mostly cold, a little bit colder temperatures for our area. Now, for your midpoint of your finals week, you can expect a high pressure system to move in with
our 36-hour temperatures tonight, as we can expect a lot more rain coming through. Temperatures are pretty warm still, as the cold front has not moved through and will not move through until tomorrow evening. Tomorrow night, you can expect temperatures to drop with a lot more rain showers possible. It is anticipated that we could see up to 1 to 3 inches of rain throughout the entire weekend. So, taking a look at your 7-day forecast, the weekend, again, rainy, warm temperatures, starting with Monday, start of finals week. There could be a chance of showers on Monday and Tuesday as that second cold front moves through. However, that cold front is not anticipated to bring a lot of precipitation with it, just a lot chillier temperatures. You can see this on Tuesday with a low temperature of around 19 degrees, so please bundle up for your finals. Wednesday and Thursday, and even into Friday, the end of your finals week should be a nice drive home for anyone who's traveling. Sunny skies and a high pressure system will move over our area, bringing nice cool temperatures and good weather. Now, there's only 20 days left until Christmas, and as the semester comes to a close, it's important to realize that Christmas is right around the corner. Travis, I've heard you've been in touch with the North Pole recently. Is that true?
Actually, yes. I planned on taking a visit up to North Pole, but because of classes, I had the chance to speak with the chief elf meteorologist of the North Pole.
The chief?
Elf
meteorologist?
I know. They actually have weather at the North Pole.
Wow.
Amazing.
What about it?
He said currently at the North Pole, temperatures are a balmy 10 degrees Fahrenheit. I say balmy because, remember, Montana is like negative 30 below zero. He said the elves are working extremely hard to stay warm in the cold weather.
What do they do?
They're making toys, of course.
Oh, okay, okay.
And they're getting the reindeer prepared for the flight, the global flight Christmas Eve. So they're working hard to make this Christmas a success like it has been for years and years to remember.
Wow, that's interesting.
Very.
That's all from us, folks. Please enjoy the rest of your finals. Good luck, and have a nice holiday break.
Thanks, Eli.
Back to you.
Thank you for that, Emily and Travis. Throughout the halls and classrooms of the TTC building, the same building from which we are doing this broadcast, you can find students with a deep passion for films and making them. Tonight, Taylor Rogers brings us a report on the SU Film Festival and lets us hear from students on why they're involved and how you can join them.
People file into movie theaters across the world to watch films of all kinds. As Regal Cinemas is the Salisbury community's outlet to films, students at the university have started film-oriented activities on campus. In 2014, SU will host its first ever film festival for anyone with film interests. The president, Alex Hooker, a film studies minor, spoke to us in regards to the kind of filmmaking the festival will feature.
We're accepting anything. I mean, it's really just to show us what you're capable of, whether it's a feature film, a short, experimental art house. It can even be something that you're not finished with, but you would really like to get feedback from your peers
and community members, because we are going to have a discussion panel after each showcase. But we have like a core little group which works. Like you really don't need that many people. We have, you know, a director of art, PR director, someone who helps do events and planning and social media and everything. I mean, we can always take more help. And volunteers we will need for the festival, whether it's production, you know, writing, like the script, acting even. Like students, I tried to tell them that, you know, get together with people you know who like to make films and you can act in them for them, or vice versa.
And speaking of film collaborations, another film studies student talked to us about contributing his work to the festival and how he organized SU's Student Film Society.
I applied for a grant through the Fulton School to make a film this semester, or next semester, and I'm planning on submitting it to the film festival. It's a surrealist thriller called The Trail. It's going to draw on like David Lynch's stuff, some Twilight Zone in there, some French surrealism. You know, it should be really interesting to work on. It's my first film, but I'm really excited about working on it and showing it to people when it's done. The way I want this film society to work is I really want it to be a society, you know, in the word that anybody can come and be a part of it. I want it to kind of be an extension of the community on campus.
For over a decade, SU's Film Studies program has involved students in learning all the possible ways to appreciate films. We asked the professors their opinion on the benefits of these activities for the film community on campus and why people have such a passion for film.
I think it's beneficial to do film-related activities outside the classroom as well as inside the classroom. There is something really valuable about taking part in these experiences with other like-minded students who are really interested in the medium, and it's really driven by just the pleasure of the experience itself and the meaning of the experience itself.
I feel that films offer us the opportunity to live as others do in extraordinary ways. Although you might be able to say that about any one of the arts potentially, for me the audio-visual power of the medium is such that film transports me into other people's lives in a way that no other art can rival.
For SUTV News, this is Taylor Rogers reporting.
Thank you, Taylor. If you'd like to submit a film for that festival, you must do so no later than March the 24th. For more information, you should contact Alex Hooker via campus email. And when students return from break, they will have a number of new options when they look for a place to eat outside of the traditional university dining locations. We get our report tonight from Miranda Haney on some of the newest businesses that are trying to attract you near this campus.
A new taste has arrived at SU. It's sweet, tangy, sour, salty, and Thai. That's right. Seagull Square welcomed Thai Rada to business this morning, December 5th. The restaurant boasts authentic Thai dishes, ingredients, servers, art, and music. Surely something students here at SU don't see every day.
I'm going to go a little further with what she said. She said it's 100% natural. Most of our ingredients are from Thailand. Our vegetable and produce are local, and it's 100% fresh, cooked to order. Nothing's pre-prepared. We felt that there was just so much of everything else going on, submarine sandwiches and hamburgers, that it'd be nice to have something a little bit in between that actually had really awakening taste buds.
And Thai Rada is not the only new addition around campus. Breakfast Bum, a locally owned diner, is now open in Seagull Square, as well as Comptroller of Maryland. On Route 13, Salad Works and Jersey Mike's also were added to the new business list. From SUTV News, I'm Miranda Haney reporting.
Thanks, Miranda. Now we take a look at SOAP's upcoming activities, which will close out this semester.
I hope everyone has had a great semester so far. Finals are next week, so in preparation for that, SOAP wanted to provide you with a free finals breakfast tonight in Fireside Lounge at 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. A lot of people are going to be out late studying, so we wanted to provide you with a breakfast where you can come and help you stay up later to study. And then tomorrow night we have our last event of the semester. We're playing Polar Express in Double Biss 123 at 9 p.m. So if you enjoy that movie, come out and watch it with us. And I hope you all have a great Christmas break, and we'll see you next semester.
And when we come back, we'll bring you the SU Sports Update, as well as a look at the men's rugby team here at SU as they continue their quest for another championship.
My dad's one of the producers here tonight. Bring this one.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And now we go to Kat Murphy with an update on SU sports and a look at the men's rugby team.
The Salisbury University men's basketball team opened its Capital Athletic Conference schedule with a 57-48 loss to number 12 St. Mary's College Wednesday evening at Mag's Physical Activity Center. Junior Chris Vaquera led the Seagulls with 12 points, going 5 of 8 from the field, including 2 for 2 from behind the three-point arc. And freshman Gordon Jeter had 8 points off the bench and grabbed a team-high 7 rebounds. St. Mary's finished the contest with a 24-10 run, proving to be too much for the Seagulls, who will be back in action this Saturday at Mag's, hosting Southern Virginia University. And the Salisbury University women's basketball team was victorious in its first Capital Athletic Conference game of the season, defeating St. Mary's College of Maryland 70-52 at Mag's on Wednesday night. The Seahawks kept the lead close for the beginning of the match, but junior guard Courtney McManus would drain her first 5 three-pointers to spark a 21-7 run that ended the half. McManus led the Gulls with a season-high 15 points, while tying a career high with 5 three-pointers. Anna Hackett and Sarah Seep both finished in double figures behind McManus with 13 and 11 points, while Hackett led the squad with 9 assists. 5 Seagulls tied for the team high in rebounds with 4 each. Salisbury will play to host Southern Virginia University in its next game on Saturday. The contest is set to begin at 1 p.m. And last but not least, the Salisbury University Sharks rugby team defend their USA College Rugby Division II national title on December 7th and 8th. The SU men's rugby team take on James Madison University in the semifinals on Saturday, December 7th. If successful, they will face either the University of Minnesota or the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater in the national championship game on Sunday, December 8th. That's all for SU Sports this week. After break, we'll have more updates on men's and women's basketball as well as swimming. This is sports correspondent Kat Murphy. Back to you, Eli.
Thanks, Kat. After this quick break, we'll bring you Today in History and take a look at what local organizations are doing to make a difference in the lives of those in need during this holiday season.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
I got no pulse, so losing.
Sergeant, he's in VFib.
Shocking. Is it real overtime? Just had a few drinks. This can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear. We're just buzzed. Just buzzed. You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right, this isn't happening. He'll be fine.
I feel good.
Really? No, not really.
Buzz driving.
Clear.
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shocking.
And it's today in 1848 that the nation's 11th president, James K. Polk, sparked the gold rush of 1849 by confirming that gold had been discovered in California. It was today in 1933 that Utah became the 36th state to ratify the 21st Amendment, which ended prohibition. Utah was the state that achieved the required 3/4 majority of states' approval, but it should be noted that Pennsylvania and Ohio also ratified earlier on the same day. And it was on this day in 1955 that the Montgomery bus boycott began. This came after Rosa Parks famously refused to give up her seat to a white passenger. The boycott, which was led by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., would go on to last for 381 days and is widely considered to be the first large-scale demonstration for civil rights in the United States. An important day indeed. And as the holiday season approaches, many find themselves looking for shelter in the cold weather, as well as a place where they can get a hot meal. Tonight, we get a report from Phil Harper on two of those places in Salisbury that offer the holiday help for those who need it.
With the holidays and the cold winter months upon us, nonprofit organizations that serve the needy are in full swing. People like community activist Jermichael Mitchell and the Extraordinary League of Gentlemen play a vital role.
Operation Bellyful was a project where we were targeting men, but we're willing to feed anybody who shows up.
The day before Thanksgiving, Operation Bellyful will serve over 100 meals at the Richard Hazel Youth Center located off Callaway Street in Salisbury. The event starts at 6 p.m.
And anybody that comes that night that's hungry, we're going to feed them. We don't care whether it's male, woman, or child, we're going to feed them.
Located off Barclay Street in Salisbury, the Christian shelter houses around 50 men, women, and children each night. They serve over 2,000 meals monthly, including breakfast, dinner, and bagged lunches. The Christian shelter's Jim Barnes says they offer both short-term emergency shelter and long-term spiritual assistance.
In addition to a safe place to sleep and meals, I suppose the main service we provide is spiritual guidance and some practical guidance for folks in how to find help with things they need, like housing and jobs and medical help sometimes.
Barnes says with Salisbury's high unemployment rates and housing crisis, the Christian shelter has seen a significant increase in demand for emergency shelter. In Salisbury, I'm Phil Harper reporting.
And that's our broadcast on this Thursday night and our final for the semester. We will see you back here in February. For everyone at SUTV News, thank you for joining us. I'm Eli Modlin. Good night and have a safe break.